Hello students, so we are doing the lesson photosynthesis in higher plants, and today we'll do photoluminescence. Okay, what photoluminescence is and what are the various types. Okay, photoluminescence is the phenomenon of a re-radiation of the absorbed energy. Photoluminescence is of two types: fluorescence, okay, and the phosphorescence. Okay, so fluorescence is the delayed emission of long wavelength or wave radiation by the irradiated substance, which continue for some time after removal of irradiation source. Chlorophyll shows mainly fluorescence. Okay, chlorophyll show the fluorescence. There is some delayed emission or the phosphorescence, but same seem to be chemiluminescence or bioluminescence. Okay, so fluorescence, it is the property of almost the immediate emission of long wave radiation by substance after having absorbed radiation energy. The substance which can emit back the absorbed radiation is called fluorescent substance. All the photosynthetic pigments have the property of fluorescence. Now, chlorophyll shows an outburst of fluorescence, and that is called the Kutsky effect. That means the effect by which chlorophyll can re-emit the absorbed light is called the Kutsky effect during the first few moments of illumination. However, most of the fluorescence emitted by photosynthetic organ is due to chlorophyll A, because other pigments usually hand over their absorbed energy to it through the resonance. So I had told you earlier also that your chlorophyll A act as the photosystem 1 or reaction center 1 or 2. So all the other pigments, they transfer the energy to the chlorophyll A, and chlorophyll A is responsible for the remittance of the absorbed light. On receiving light energy, chlorophyll gets changed to excited state. The excited state lasts for about 10 to the power minus 9 seconds. If the energy for excited state is not utilized during this period, it is emitted as heat and long wave radiation. Some energy is lost during the process of absorption and emission. The emitted radiation are of longer wavelength than the wavelength absorbed by the fluorescent substance. The longer light wavelength have less quantum energy. Okay, and chlorophyll usually show red fluorescence. Okay, though they absorb blue radiation as well. That means chlorophyll, it can absorb the blue and red light both, but when it re-emits the light, it is red fluorescence. Okay, and do not re-emit the blue radiation. Okay, common excited state is called the excited singlet state. At time, the electron lose a small amount of energy and stay for some period in the less excited state called the triplet excited state. The release of energy by the triplet excited state at the time of coming back to the ground state is called phosphorescence. Okay, that is delayed emission of long wave radiation from an irradiated and activated molecule. Sometimes the electron pick up more energy than the excited singlet state, and it is called the second singlet state. it remain in this state for a very brief period, okay, before coming to the excited single state. Now next we have is the immersion effect. Immersion in 1957 found sharp reduction in the rate of photosynthesis when monochromatic beam of more than 680 nanometer was used alone. It was called red drop. Immersion, okay, immersion found that rate of photosynthesis can be enhanced if monochromatic beam of two different wavelengths, that is long and short, were applied simultaneously. So immersion had done experiment, and he used first the single wavelength, okay, radiation, that is called monochromatic beam, and then he used the two type of beam or light having two different wavelengths, okay, and that is called dichromatic, okay. It is axis of it is in the axis of sum total of photosynthesis carried out separately by two light beam. The phenomenon is called the immersion effect of photosynthetic enhancement. It is due to presence of different type of harvesting molecule around a trap center in the photosynthetic unit, and presence of two interconnected pigment system with some common pigment. Now here the immersion, he proved that only single wavelength radiation cannot increase the photosynthetic activity, although the photosynthetic activity can be enhanced with the help of two different type of radiations when they are applied simultaneously, okay, that will increase the efficiency of the photosynthesis, okay. Absorption spectrum.